It's week 4 of the NFL, and we're going to see Christian Harris, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Texans and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. We welcome everybody again alongside. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 12 carries, 55 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, Mills. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. The Texans had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Mills to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way Already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Credit that to the former Texas Longhorn, Joseph Osai, who got in there.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Eckler gets and he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Mills' throw completed to Mechie. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mills on 3rd and 2. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Herbert now. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On second down and 4. Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Dameon Pierce. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, Mills rolling to his left. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a first down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches at 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope to continue his improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers big play threat.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. You can down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Running on first down, Eckler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. And that'll be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mills. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing, Mills. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mills now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mike Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
This one left side caught by Collins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Mills. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Jordan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. There was a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now Herbert a little unsure of things, so he's going to go ahead and call a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Herbert on first down now. He finds his target, Allen. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We start down in Georgia. Cleveland making the trip south to take on Atlanta. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Rashad Bateman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Dante Pettis, a touchdown reception. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. On second down, Eckler. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
This is unbelievable.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Holding, offense.
That one on Brian Bulaga. Herbert off of play action. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Room here to run. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Personal foul, unnecessary running, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mills to throw it. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They go play action. Mills. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Khalil Mack had just 6 sacks in 7 games in 2021 due to a foot injury. Now he's in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and they believe they have themselves the best 1-2 combo in football, with he and Joey Bosa coming off the edge.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Joseph Osai picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
To try again after the sack, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pierce now up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Once more, it's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Damian Pierce.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They'll find Everett there, complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, Mills gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Toss play. Here's Pierce. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And Mike Williams and his Charger offense getting set for the next series. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a 2-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. Getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. On the move to his... And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Mills on 1st down. Being chased out left. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. From the 44, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
A handoff, it's Eckler.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hopkins' kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Brandon Cooks trots back onto the field with the rest of this Texan offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Eckler, they run left side.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.